Basically, I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I'm going to click on the Create button, just like you'd go to Google Docs and click on the Create button. And then in that drop-down, I'm going to choose to create a presentation. So I'll just go ahead and click there. All right. Now, as far as creating a comic strip, probably the best thing to do is start with the most blank type of a presentation you can, because most comic strips, you're not going to want necessarily those color schemes. You're going to want to make your own. So I'm going to start with the most simple one here, simple light. Just go ahead and say OK, and it's just basically a blank slide there. Now, I could use the title and the subtitle, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and create my own. So I'm really going blank here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the title and delete the subtitle out of here. So it is a totally blank slate. And basically, each slide here is going to be a panel of the comic strip. Now, for the one I'm going to do as an example here, I'm going to use my son's vocabulary. This last week, one of his words was foundation, and it was meant to be meaning like the foundation of your house. And he was having a little bit of a hard time with that. We would go through the words, and for some reason, that one wasn't sticking real well, because I guess he's never really had much reason to, think about the word foundation under the house and all that. And so we tried to make a little visual thing for him, and I said, okay, picture that you're out there with your shovel, and you're digging and you're digging and you're digging under the house, hoping to find some awesome buried treasure. Then your brothers come out and say, hey, what'd you find? And basically you can joke and say, all I found was the foundation. And then that helped him kind of connect that idea of a little picture in his mind that he found the foundation under the house. So first things first, we want to start with getting maybe an interesting background here. Now, as you saw earlier, I just had colored backgrounds, and that's perfectly fine. All you have to do is you can just right-click and go to your background, and you'll see that you can choose either a color or an image. Now, if you want to go with an image, that's great. You can certainly say, I want to insert an image, and there's so many great options now. Oh my goodness, you can upload images, you can put in a link, you can take a picture with your webcam, you can go to your Google Drive, or you can just do a search. I mean, you can do a Google search. If we were going to do one that, was like for a forest or something like that, we could search, and it would bring back all sorts of, really good pictures that I could throw in as a background. So you definitely could put a regular image there. Or the students could just go and pick a color. So, I'll just go and I'll say, let's make it, we'll do like a red background. Now, I'm probably going to want to go with something kind of light. So I'll just go with a regular, we'll go with this one right here. We'll go with this red background, and I'll say done. And so now it gives me a red background here. And that's perfectly fine. We can be done with it there and say, hey, I've got a great red background. On the other hand, if you want to put a little bit of style in this, one of the fun things you can do is you can insert shapes, and you can have a shape that's just slightly off color from that. And so I could go in and I could say, let me grab like the oval tool. And I could draw an oval here. And then I could say, let's fill that oval with a slightly lighter red, and we'll make the line transparent. And then I could take that oval, kind of twist it a little bit here, drag it out a bit, and I could make kind of a cool design. Now nobody will see where it goes over the edge. They'll just see, and we'll do something like that. There we go. And so now, if I were to run that slideshow, they would get a nice square here. They wouldn't see where it goes over the edge, but I've got this nice two-color, kind of scheme going on there. So that can make it a little bit more of an interesting look to the background. I do need a title. So another thing that's fun to do with Google Presentations is to use word art. So if I go up to Insert, I can say I want to insert word art, and we'll put in the title, Robot and Penguin, and we'll go ahead and enter that. We'll turn that a little sideways so it looks kind of cool, move that up a bit. We'll change the font to Impact so there are a little bit bigger letters there, a little thicker letters. And then let's go ahead and change some colors. Maybe we'll fill this with blue, and we'll give it an outline of like, dark blue. Oops, sorry about that. Fill it with blue and an outline of dark blue. All right, there we go. And so I can have a really cool title there at the top. If I wanted to put in my my name, certainly I could just do insert a text box, throw a little text box down here, and do, by Eric Kurtz, and have my name down there. All right, we'll make that a little bit bigger. And awesome, there we go.